I just bought the most hated Corvette, and it only cost me a penny. Well, $4,000 to be exact. But it all started with a penny. And now you're probably wondering, why is it the most hated Corvette? I'm glad you asked. It's because it was made in 1984.
Is now called Corvette. Chevrolet is taking charge.
Now, a lot of the boomers in my comments can tell you why that's bad. But 3 words: cross-fuel injection. And let's just say that's bad.
Get out of my room.
1 second. But not as bad as this. Good morning, we're about to cold start the Corvette. It's been about a week, so hopefully this doesn't pull what the Yaris did on me. We gotta go check the brakes. Frank offered to take a look at the car because honestly, I'm not that mechanically inclined. So I set up the camera, and this was about as good as things were going to get. You can always count on this car turning on, but the same can't be said for the rest.
Ooh. Man, that pedal's low. Oh, bro, it's like on the floor. I would do a brake stand here, but you got no brakes. No brake stand.
So we rolled in the vet and immediately ran into our second problem. The weight distribution on the Corvette is so bad, we almost dropped the car.
Because it's so friggin' small.
I think it's because it's front end heavy. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's lifting.
Tilting.
It's not lift, Frank. It's not lifting on the back.
Nor the front. It's going so uneven.
Just like try 45.
On the bright side, you see Michael right there? No matter what's going on, Frank will drop some of the craziest lore.
Put Mike in the video as my son that never went to college, but he could sell ice to an Eskimo. Bro, he was the #1 bra salesman at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And somehow that's a true story. But what we found out next wasn't as funny. The undercarriage was bleeding oil bad.
Yeah, she got a little hot oil treatment. Look at that, Mike. I don't know where it's coming from, but...
You could see that the oil was making a mess and getting everywhere, and we didn't know how bad it really was. So we checked the rest of the fluids, just hoping that the oil wasn't the start of something bigger.
These systems are pressurized, like your tire, they hold pressure. So here's the valve, you have no freon. That should come blurting out.
So bad news, no AC, and we were losing oil. Good news, everything else checked out. For a second, I actually thought we were in the clear, but then I got home, let the car sit for an hour, and was gonna film the intro, and that's when things got worse. A lot worse.
Like a lot of oil. Like I haven't even driven the car, it's just been sitting there.
Before, it was only happening when I went to turn on the car, and that was it. I'm not gonna cap, guys. That's also from the Corvette. That one too. This car is dripping everywhere, bro. What are the issues? What are the issues with this 1984 C4 Corvette? We're leaking a lot of oil. We will need back tires soon, but I don't know if I'm gonna replace that myself or if I'm just gonna let the next buyer do that. The AC needs to be recharged. This interior looks absolutely stunning on camera, but this cluster doesn't work. The heat is a hit or miss. I will say this much, this car is absolutely stunning. I've gotten nothing but compliments no matter where I go. I just got gas on the Corvette. Anytime I go to any gas station, everyone is always complimenting the car. It has 0 accidents, it's very low miles. It has it just hit 62K because I've been driving it a lot. You know, it has its little cosmetic issues. You can see it's chipping over here and then it's flaking a little bit up here. But that's honestly the only spots. Overall, the paint is in pretty good condition considering how old this car is. Yeah, now this leaking oil thing is what has me completely terrified because I don't know what it is and we just can't keep dripping and losing oil all the time. I will be leaving this car to Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank will be keeping this car for a week so he can take a look at it whenever he has a chance over the week because I will be back at school and well, I've used up all my absences and I can't fail on my senior year. And here's the other thing. The second most expensive thing to repair on a Corvette are the headlights. When I bought the car, I tested it like 50 times, no issues. I wanted to show you guys how cool it looked, and you can probably guess where I'm going with this. I can then also show you guys the headlights, because I'm not gonna lie, the headlights are probably the coolest thing about this car. Uh-oh. That same night, I did some research and I found Automotive Circuit Solutions. They offered the cluster repair for $299, and it was the cheapest one I could find that came with a lifetime warranty. So I bought it, and now all we had to do was remove the cluster without cracking it, which is a $700 mistake if we do. But that wasn't the only discovery we made that night. Last night, I couldn't get the headlight to work, and I moved some of the cables inside. I think there might be like a loose connection because I moved it and I was able to pop the headlight back down. So with a lot of leaking oil, no AC, and now we had a headlight issue, we made it to Advantage to pull out the cluster and ship it. But like I said before, the tricky part is not cracking it. There you go. And the cluster is removed. So I went to box it up, but of course the box was too small. So I found another random box, Frankensteined them both together, and prayed to God that it made it there without breaking.
The keys are going to Frank.
So with our Frankenstein box, we made it to the UPS to ship it out. And all I was hoping was that this thing made it there in one piece. But now I was going back to school for an entire week. And well, let's just say there's this guy Frank said he knew. And he can get any job done, but he misunderstood Frank that we were turning a penny into a supercar and thought we were converting the Corvette into a Lamborghini.
You thought he wanted to go from a Vet to a Lambo?
Look who's here.
Were you actually contemplating how we're going to turn it into a Lambo?
They have kits.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, then
I thought you were gonna do the swing up the.
we could go from a penny to a Lambo right now, Justin, because he's already got the Lambo. JD Montclair, dude. All right, she smells a little bit like fuel, but isn't that normal? Isn't that normal that they smell like that? And what is that? You know what that is?
It's oil.
Oil?
Gas.
Where the hell's that coming from?
Probably film leaking somewhere.
Yeah. Look, it's leaking right now, dude. It's dripping right here.
Yeah, well, the fuel plate, the ball plate's right there.
Well, turns out we were driving a car that was leaking gas the entire time. Gotta be a straight up miracle from above that the car didn't, you know. All right, we just made it to Advantage Motors. It's been a week since the last time I was here.
You're the one with the vet?
Yeah, how bad is it?
As good as it was in 1984. You see right here, this is the return line?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was another one that came up through here.
And like an angel from above, bro just started going at it, explaining every single issue that we had and how he fixed it. I pretended like I understood most of what he was saying, but remember the headlight we had stuck?
So like right now, watch. Okay?
Yeah.
But watch. When you go like that, watch.
Remember the oil leak and the mystery gas leak we had?
Yeah, fix those.
I don't think there was a single thing this man didn't know. Like if Michael can sell ice to an Eskimo, this man can make an engine out of a paperclip. That was crazy, bro. He fixed 80% of the issues and other stuff he didn't have to. You can never go wrong being at Advantage Motors. It's not like a spokesperson. It's the truth. This man, you weren't kidding.
He's good, ain't he?
He knows everything. He was like going at it and telling me everything. And I was like, there were things I didn't even know. A couple people are happy you're part of the series now. Main character.
I truly enjoy it, everybody. It's one guy put, it's Advantage getting a lot of business from this. The answer's no. We're going to work on that over time. But I truly enjoy doing it. I enjoy helping you. I enjoy being part of it.
The truth is, none of this would be possible without you, Frank. And we got someone new behind the camera. We got Kevin. Let's say something to the girls, bro. I don't know. Kevin hasn't seen the Corvette yet. What you thinking? I gotta let you do a quick cold start. So we got no dash. We have no rear view mirror. And well, Kevin's gonna drive it for the first time. So Kevin took it for a spin, loved the car, but why'd he choose to drive the Vet in front of a middle school? What do you think of the Corvette? Wait, you gotta rev it first. What do you think? We let Kevin take a little quick spin in it. Likes it. He thinks it's fire.
You know, it's an old car. It's a good car. I think the person that buys it, has a good platform. You know, I've looked at it close enough that I'd feel comfortable to drive it however far they are.
And we got them. We got the Advantage stickers, which give us 50 extra horsepower.
This is a one edition Advantage Motors special.
I don't know what to do with this. It's yours now.
I'm gonna tag him, Advantage Motors, before Mike loses him.
Okay. We gave Frank the keys, and at that point, the only thing standing between us and selling the car was a repaired cluster. So that same night, I started heading back to college. And you know how people say it always gets worse before it gets better? On my way back to campus, I have to drive in this really sketchy pitch black road. I mean, nothing but forests all around me, no lights, no cars. I start to hear this scraping. And at first I'm thinking it's a motorcycle that's far away that I hear popping. But it gets louder and louder. Now any other person would have kept driving until they found somewhere safe. Because I'm not gonna cap, I thought this was the beginning of a horror movie. I was alone in the middle of nowhere on some dark, sketchy road. But the Hispanic guy never dies first. So I went to go see what it was.
My muffler on one side is hanging off.
And because it was late and I had nothing to fix it with on campus, I decided to drive back home, just to find my mom ready to help me fix it outside.
This completely fell off.
So now I had to drive all the way back home, and looks like we might be getting a new exhaust for the IS350.
Not gonna lie, I didn't have much to work with, but my mom helped me wrap a hanger around the exhaust, and as a safety measure, we wrapped a bunch of duct tape. It was only temporary, but if there's one person I can count on always, is this lady being there, even when it's late at night and it's 30 degrees outside.
Thank you.
So it's been a few days now, and I don't have any more footage, and that's because this happened. I just got a text message from Frank. He let some 20-year-old test drive the car who was interested in the Corvette. It's been over an hour now, and he still hasn't came back.
He said he's just taking it out for a test ride, and he'd be right back. And now it's well over an hour, and he's not back. And I called his number twice, he didn't answer.
There's only so much I can say, but that video is going to get posted this upcoming Wednesday on November 26th. It gets worse before it gets better, right?